Did you know when you love yourself, like genuinely love yourself, you get put onto the best timeline? Because self love isn't just a feeling, it's your boundaries, your standards, and how you show up for yourself. Self love has taught me that I deserve more and I am capable of having more. And you can too, but it starts when you look within. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about self love and how it can change your life. You see, I used to think that self-love was about confidence and feeling good about yourself all the time. But what I realized is that's not what it's about at all. Self-love is about how you treat yourself when no one else is watching. It's the boundaries you set, the standards you keep, and how you talk to yourself when things don't go your way. It's choosing yourself even when it's uncomfortable and not abandoning yourself just to fit in. Real self-love isn't about thinking you're perfect. It's about respecting yourself enough to not stay in situations that drain you. It's about listening to yourself instead of ignoring what you feel. And once I understood that, I realized self-love isn't just something you feel. It's something that you have to practice every single day. Before I understood self-love, I didn't realize how much I was abandoning myself. I was a people pleaser. I depended on validation just for me to feel like I could fit in. I gave my heart and energy to people that didn't deserve it, simply because I have a good heart. I stayed in places that didn't make me happy. I stayed because of fear. Fear of being alone, fear of disappointing others, and fear of choosing myself. I didn't have standards or values of how I wanted to be treated because I didn't know that I can ask for more. At the time, I didn't even see how that was shaping my reality. I thought I was being loving, but really I was neglecting myself. I was teaching the world how to treat me by the way I was treating myself. Then one day, something shifted. I finally became aware of what I was doing to myself. I was tired of the disrespect. I was tired of feeling unworthy. I was tired of feeling unhappy. So I made a choice to look at myself with honesty. I reflected on who I was and how I was showing up for myself, because that's the time when I needed it the most. I sat with myself and became conscious of the beliefs that I have created, beliefs that I didn't realize were buried in my subconscious. I believed I was unworthy. I believed I had to earn love. And I believed that if I chose myself, I would lose everyone else. And once I saw those beliefs, I knew I couldn't keep living from them. So I started choosing myself in small ways. I stopped saying yes when I meant no. I stopped explaining myself just to be understood. I stopped pouring into people who were draining me. I began setting boundaries even when it felt uncomfortable. I started raising my standards not because I thought I was better than anyone, but because I knew I deserved better for myself. So I changed the way I talked to myself. I stopped tearing down myself because I knew that deep down it wasn't true. When I noticed myself thinking that I wasn't enough, I would pause and question it. When I felt unworthy, I reminded myself that I do not have to earn my value. And the more I practiced this, the more my life began to shift. Not all at once, but slowly, in the way I carried myself, in the way I allowed people to treat me, and in the way that I started trusting myself. And once I started doing this, my life began to change. I didn't magically become a different person overnight, but I started showing up differently. I stopped chasing things that didn't want me. I stopped forcing connections that didn't feel right. And I stopped staying in places that made me feel small. People started treating me differently, not because they changed, but because I did. I was more direct. I was more honest with myself. And I wasn't afraid to walk away from things that didn't align. I felt lighter emotionally. I wasn't constantly questioning my worth and looking outside of myself for validation. I trusted myself more. And because of that, I made better choices for my life. My standards changed. My relationships changed. And even the way that I talked to myself changed. So if you're watching this and you want to start practicing self-love, it doesn't start by becoming a new person. It starts by being honest with yourself. Start by paying attention to how you talk to yourself. When you notice thoughts that question your worth, don't accept them. Question them. Ask yourself where they came from, because they did not come from you. If something drains you, listen to that. If something feels wrong, honor that. You don't have to be mean. You just have to be honest. And lastly, start small. Self-love isn't one big decision. It's tiny choices every single day. Choosing rest, choosing honesty, choosing what feels aligned instead of what feels familiar. Because the more you start choosing yourself, the more the universe starts choosing you. And I just want you to know, you don't have to be perfect to start loving yourself. You don't have to have everything figured out. You don't even have to feel confident yet. Self-love starts the moment you stop abandoning yourself. It starts the moment you decide how you feel matters. And it grows every single time you do choose yourself. If you've been waiting for permission to put yourself first, this is it. Because the relationship that you have with yourself sets the tone for every single relationship in your life. And when you start to change how you treat yourself, your life has no choice but to change with you. If you have made it this far in this video, I want to thank you so much. And if you like this topic or anything that revolves around bettering yourself, check out my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you so much.